Okay guys, hey, what's up? I'm Islayer and we have Bro Sin with us today for co-casting the game. So today we have a match against Mystique versus Derailed. So on the Derailed side, we have Zabardast, Destroyer 1, Flame Ice, Power XX and ZDS. And on the Mystique's end, we have Colossus, Hypobear, IML, IMZ, XG, Highness, and tons of damage. So let's over to the banning phase of these champions. We see Jax, Maokai, and Jana coming in from Derailed. I think they
Colossus
are
being targeted there with the Jax
Yeah.
and Maokai.
We see Colossus being targeted with the Jax and Maokai bans. And from the purple side, we have Vi, Syndra, and Orianna coming in. So I guess they are aiming the middle lane of Derailed team. So Probrosin, I'd like to ask you, what do you think about Orianna and Syndra? Like,
Actually, ZDS is a very good Orianna. That's what I heard about.
okay. So is it like really like a threat to them, or can't they counterpick it? The purple team, can't they counterpick the Orianna?
They can, but I think they didn't want to take the risk of giving him Orianna. Means they respect his Orianna pick.
Okay, that's great. So we have a J4 pick coming in from Zabardast in the jungle, and meanwhile Colossus going his epic Malfight. So we probably gonna see him do his Malfight on the top lane, doing some plays and showing his skills because he's been maining top lane since a long time. We have Hypobear on that Ahri, and I'm not really sure, is she going mid? She's not going mid.
She's going support, I guess.
Yeah, so she's probably picking that Ahri for tons of damage, I guess. Yeah, and we see a Corki coming in from Destroyer and a Leona pick. So kind of a common bot lane matchup. Let's see what IML picks as his ADC.
It would most probably be a Lucian because currently Corki and Lucian are the top two ADCs. So I'm guessing Lucian.
Probably he's gonna pick a Lucian. And he's been really good with his Lucian too.
Yeah.
Hey, wake up.
So we see an Ezreal pick probably coming in. So what do you think about this Ezreal?
Microphone muted.
Yeah, means that's quite a nice pick because Ezreal, the thing with him is even if you fall back, you can still come back, and moreover, it's a good pick against Leona and Jarvan especially.
Yeah, and we see a Wukong jungle coming in from Highness. He's been doing a great job in that jungle. I mean, Highness is doing a great job. He's been using Y in his previous games, and he might do a great job in this game too. And we see a Riven coming in, and I don't think Riven is a really good choice against that Malphite though. What do you think?
I can't say much because it's a skill matchup mostly, and we'll have to see as the game goes on how both of them play.
Yeah, but I think like Riven wouldn't be able to do much damage to that Malphite, and as we know, Colossus is a really nice top laner.
Yeah.
He knows how to beat Riven in the top lane with a Malphite. Malphite is more like a counter to that Riven.
Yeah. Now we see the switch to Lissandra. Even that's a very nice pick currently at the top lane.
Yeah, we'll be seeing you two play Lissandra top, and it's been amazing. So we have a mid lane Jace coming in from ZDS. And we have a Nami support pick coming in from tons of damage for Hypobear. And they're gonna probably switch the lanes because tons of damage wouldn't go a mid lane Ahri for sure.
We might good from the purple team in this game. They got Nami, Wukong, Malphite.
Yeah, they have a good team comp. I see. So we'll be quickly going over to the runes and masteries of these champions. Let's go over to Corki right now. Let's see what runes he has taken. Okay, so he's taken normal attack speed quintences and magic resist blues, armor yellows, and attack damage reds. So this is probably like the normal ADC rune page that we see.
Yeah.
Moving over to Ezreal. Just hold on a second.
Hey guys, is it working fine now? Or still an echo? Sorry.
Yeah, that's still.
Yeah, so we saw Ezreal going in for. Okay, yeah, let's head over to the. Okay, we see Ezreal going in attack damage quintences and magic resist blues, a couple of attack damage yellows and attack damage, armor yellows and armor penetration reds. So what do you think about this rune page?
That's one usually sees 9 armor seals, but this is the first time I've seen 3 attack damage seals, so I don't know much about that. But
so
he'll
probably going in a bit aggressive in those early levels.
Yeah,
I guess.
And he got that poke.
Yeah, well. he's got the poke too. Okay, guys, we're just letting you know we're probably having a English casting this game, so we'll be having a bit of a fun with the Hindi funny punchlines in between. Okay, we have on Leona we have a kind of a tanky rune page, I should say. She has armor and health quintences and magic resist blues, armor yellows. Like that's more like a tanky, yeah, full defensive rune page, I should say. Meanwhile, over at Nami, if you see, Nami has, I guess Nami is also the same with a bit of mana regeneration. She's gone for mana regeneration and she has magic resist, scaling magic resist glyphs. So not really sure how it's gonna help. It's gonna be kind of difficult for them late game because Nami doesn't scale that much. She isn't that tanky, so they might have to end that game earlier. But they have a Malphite and a Wukong, so I guess it's gonna balance that way. Heading over to the top lane, if we see, we'll move over to Lysandra and her runes. Her rune page is more of having attack ability power quintences and magic resist blues and scaling health yellows and hybrid penetration red. So what do you think about this rune page? It's like a very weird rune page. I haven't seen such rune.
That's actually quite a good rune page for Lysandra, especially the hybrid pen. And against a Malphite, it's gonna help her a lot.
I see. So let's see what happens in the lane. Meanwhile, if we see Colossus going not so tanky rune page, he's going more like the basic AP rune page that we see on normal AP champions. He's got AP quintences, he's got magic resist blues, he's got yellow armors, and he's got magic penetration reds. So that's kind of a AP mid lane rune page. Yeah, if I'm not wrong.
Whoever knows Colossus, they would know that he never goes full defense.
Yeah. So yeah, moving over to the mid lane quickly, we'll see Zedias going a normal, more like a normal AD rune page with a bit of health runes he's got there, and Ari's rune page has the basic. I say again, she's gone for the scaling ability power blues, so she has a lot of AP but no magic resist. So what do you think about Ari's rune page? She's going against that Zedias and that Jace, so she doesn't need that much of a magic resist, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going on to the loading screen right now, and so meanwhile in the loading screen we'll talk about what their team comp and what the team fight potential is gonna be. So Probrasin, I'd like to ask you, who do you think is gonna win those team fights in the mid game?
It depends on means league. We can't say anything in league. It depends on everything, but I guess if Leona, Javan, and Lissandra can get a good combo, but it's all about the synergy here.
I see. I guess it's more about Jace using his poke and even Lysandra
Yeah,
using her Qs because the Q has a lot of less cooldown and her passive is that passive wouldn't take that much of a mana. So
yeah,
I
and
guess,
the blue
yeah.
team is more of an disengage comp, while the red team is an engage comp. So it's like who disengages or engages better. So that's the thing here.
Yeah, but I guess the blue team can use his disengages as a engage too, probably because Wukong going in and ulting that
Yeah, yeah,
could be kind
exactly.
of an engage. A Malphite ulting in that would be an engage, or Nami ulting in that could quite be an engage. So they have a lot of knockups here in the blue team. I think they should have picked up an Yasuo. He'd be like pretty easy ulting in all the time. So yeah, it's gonna be fun watching how the blue team is gonna face against those team fights against that hard CC coming in from the blue team. Because Ezreal as such does not have any CC except if he gets that item. If he goes for an ice spawn gauntlet, then probably he's gonna have a bit
Yeah,
of a slow. Except that he won't have any CC. He's just gonna probably escape out of their CC using his E, and Ari just having a charm. So she just needs to focus on deleting that Jace and dodging his Qs, not get
yeah.
the damage.
I
Meanwhile,
think
on the
Israel might go the blue build because of the 4 people in blue team that can catch him with the gap closes.
Yeah, that's true. Even Lysandra has her E. We have Leona using her E. We have Corki using his W. We have J4 with his EQ combo. Meanwhile, Jace is gonna probably have a tough time if he goes all in into them. So yeah, just waiting for Highness to load. He's taking a bit of a time to load into this game. So yeah, the team fight potential of the purple team, it seems as though the blue team could have a higher chance of winning, I guess, with the team fight if we see. And it just depends. Yeah, as you said, it just depends on the skill level of both the teams and the
Yeah,
synergy. So anything can happen. I'm not saying that the purple team has won this game, but anything can happen. But right now, if we see as the team fight that can happen, that could possibly, if everyone does ideally everything perfectly, I think the purple team has bit of a better chance to win that game. And meanwhile, let's talk about the level one. Okay, so who do you think has a better level one right now in this game?
uh, actually, both are almost equal because of mostly if it depends on what skills they take, and mostly they will not do anything. Means they might not invade level 1 because of less of CC means at level 1 present in both the teams, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the purple team has a bit of a better CC early game with the Nami bubble and probably Malphite picking his Q. So, and we have the Indian tradition, pause के बगैर तो गेम चालू करना ही नहीं है इन लोगों को, पता नहीं हर गेम में पॉज करेंगे ये लोग. Okay, we'll be doing some English casting too. So yeah, a bit of Hindi coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
और पार एक्स एक्स डीसी होते हुए वापस रिकनेक्टिंग कर रहे हैं. और ये पॉज टाइम तो भाई बहुत देर तक चलने वाला है, हमेशा की तरह कुछ नई बात नहीं है.
Hmm.
ओके, रिज्यूम कर रहे हैं ब्लू टीम. ओके तो
और फिर से
ओके
पॉज आते
फिर से
हुए
पॉज आ रहा है रेड टीम की साइड से. कोलासस पॉज करते हुए गेम को. लगता है कोलोसस चाहते हैं कि वो इंडियन ट्रेडिशन थोड़ा और लंबा चलना चाहिए. Highness DC हुआ है, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll be waiting for Highness to restart his client and get on to the game. Meanwhile, let's talk about quick technicalities. What do you think Zabardast is going to start in his jungle?
That's the Hunter's Machete, where
No, I mean, which buffs is he going to start? Is he going to start with the red or the blue or the grumps or the golems?
I think it might be the Grumps, because usually the bot lane takes the golems, and I think my bet is on Grumps.
Yeah, but we've seen Zabardast going in for the red buff early in the past games, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And over to the red team, if we see Wukong is probably gonna go for this Grumps, I guess.
Yeah.
He should probably go for the Grumps, but that's the basic buff that he needs, the armor poison thing. He needs it, and yeah, that's probably gonna be, so both are gonna be on the bottom side of the map. And I guess they are not gonna invade into this game, but who knows? Someone just goes into the troll mode, all YOLO.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. So still waiting for the pause, and Highness is gonna have a bit of a more time to get online. Meanwhile, meanwhile what? बस बैठो, वेट करो आने का.
Chai piya.
कॉफी, पॉपकॉर्न, लेस का चिप्स. Oh, by the way, it's New Year's Eve today, so happy New Year's Eve to
Yeah.
everyone.
Happy New Year.
No, it's tomorrow. New Year's tomorrow.
Yeah, means advance, man.
Advanced, man. We have to wait for a long time, and we've already the red team has already used 4 minutes of their pause time, and they still have 6 minutes of their pause time remaining, so we also need to keep a track of the pause time. We have 1 minute being used by the blue team, so let's see what happens. Meanwhile, ProBrosin, I just ask you quickly, what are the champion arrangements on your spectator screen?
Top, jungle, mid, ADC support.
Have you arranged them on your own, or is it whatever the way it is going to be?
No, I've arranged them on my own.
Okay, so Lokesh, can you arrange them? So we won't have any problems while streaming the game. So it's top lane, then both the junglers, then both the mid laners, then the support, and then the ADC, right?
Yeah. No, then the ADC, then the support.
Okay, we have the ADC and then the support. So it's Lysandra, Malphite, J4, Wukong, Jace, Ari, Corki, Ezreal, Leona, Nami. So the game has started. फाइनली इन लोगों ने चालू किया गेम. मतलब इतना देर क्या कितना डीसी करते हैं लोग यार, हद होती है मतलब. ओके, तो गेम चालू हो रहा है.
We see a ping coming from right side.
Yeah, we see a quick ping coming from right side. में भी मिस क्लिक हो गया कोलोसस से. कोलोसस हर जगह पिंग करते हुए. And they are warding the red. They're warding the river, the normal ward coming in the bush in the middle. And Colossus heading over to the top lane. He doesn't know that it's warded, but he's warded near the river, and he walks into a bush which is warded, and the blue team has full vision of Colossus. Hey, Colossus, Buddhu hai.
So as we can see, no cheeky invades coming in. just the
Yeah,
jungle.
but the blue team is probably expecting an invade. I'm not sure. They're just in a more defensive state right there. They're just waiting there if they're gonna like invade or not the red team.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Wukong calling in for an assistance near the blue buff, so he's gonna start the blue buff and not the crumbs.
Yeah.
And Zabardast, as I said, is gonna start his red buff. And I guess they saw a ward over there, not sure. They're just pinging here and there for no reason at all.
Good people bot lane in both teams.
Yeah, they are leashing the
Helping the
jungler.
jungler.
अच्छी बात है, leash करना चाहिए कभी कभार. Meanwhile, J4 getting that buff before Wukong could get his blue.
Yeah. I think
So,
Wukong didn't use his smite there.
yeah, I'm not really sure. I did not see him.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he didn't use his smite. He used his smite on this.
yeah, he's used his smite on the ground.
Yeah.
So he gets that armor poison.
And we see Zabardast coming here.
Yeah,
We
we see
could see
Zabardast
a first blood.
invading. We could probably see a first blood. Zabardast doing a lot of damage,
No,
but
a flash
XG
from
flashing
Highness.
out.
So that was a very good invade by Zabardast.
Yeah, that was like, who ganks the lanes? We should invade the jungle. And a gang coming in the mid lane. We see Ari taking in a lot of damage because of the red. And Ari missing her charm. And Zedias getting the Q perfectly over at Ari.
So we see the experience that Zabardast has coming into play right now.
Yeah, Zabardast taking the red. आराम से उसका red ले लेगा वो. कोई टेंशन नहीं है उसको. And Leona getting her E over to Nami. Nami taking in a lot of damage. Nami missing her Q. Nami took a hell lot of damage in that team fight.
Yeah. So all over the map we see the red team losing the small trades.
Now Colossus meanwhile having a bit of a trouble CSing, but I guess he has to do that.
That's gonna happen in a melee matchup against Lissandra. You can't. That's gonna be a problem the whole game.
Yeah,
So
you
at
just
least
need to
on the
play
early
passive, get tanky, and then help out in the team fights. We see Wukong trying to gank, Ari missing her charm again, and it was out of range actually, even if it was in that line.
पर हम देख रहे हैं कि हाइनेस पहले लेवल 3 हुए और
J4
जबरदस्त
से
अभी लेवल 2.
हाँ, क्योंकि उनको गैंग करने की बड़ी चूल थी इसलिए. और वो आराम से अपना जंगल फार्म करते रहे. Meanwhile, Colossus is doing a lot of damage to Lissandra somehow in the top lane. And nothing much happening right now. If we head over to the CSing, we see all the lanes kind of doing equally in the CS except for Colossus, but Colossus is probably gonna, even looking at the matchup ranged versus a melee, Colossus is not doing that
Yeah.
bad.
Yes, that's quite nice. Only us. And we see Leona going into Ezreal.
Yeah, and Ezreal getting caught out, but Ezreal eing out of it and doing a lot of damage because of the, and we could finally probably see a kill in the top lane, but Colossus missing his auto attack onto Lissandra and a flash being used by Malphite.
Flash being burned by both the top laners.
Noob Colossus. Okay, meanwhile we see J4 being there in the bottom lane. The red team isn't sure if J4 is there, and Ezreal went to ward and J4 backed out at the right time. और ज़्यादा कुछ होते हुए नहीं गेम में, गेम थोड़ा बोरिंग हो रहा है, इनको कुछ करना चाहिए है, तूफानी, आज कुछ तूफानी करते हैं. They should have that YOLO spirit, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, just
Just like in
flash.
solo queue.
Yeah, just like in solo queue, you all go flash, bubble, ultimate, all together. Like, just out of nowhere.
Might be that's why we are in silver and gold and they are in plat and diamond.
That's true, that's true. So, nothing much happening
So
right now.
see both the junglers near the bot lane. Not much happening though.
Yeah, probably Wukong is gonna come from behind into that bush and gonna gank into the lane, but he looks like he's retreating back. And meanwhile on the top lane,
And the charm landing on Zedius.
but doing nothing much happened. Even though Ari is level 6 and Colossus trading equally with that Lysandra somehow, so that's a good thing. It shows how much experienced Colossus is in the top lane.
Yeah.
That he's still able to trade equally off that Lysandra. Meanwhile, we're probably gonna see a kill coming in the mid lane, but Jace is going out of there easily. Our Jace bhai is doing good.
Yeah, he's kept up in CS quite well. Even though against Nari.
And we see an initiate coming in by Leona, dealing a lot of damage though. And we see Colossus teleporting in and using his ultimate, but the red team hasn't followed.
We see Ari coming too. This might turn up to be a good fight.
I guess Colossus is probably gonna go down, but Ari takes the first blood. She gets the kill on that Corki, and Ari gets 2 kills on that. That's a really nice.
That's
and
good job.
She'll probably get that nice KS coming in from Ezreal. And they're probably gonna go for the dragon but their jungler is on the base. I guess it's probably gonna be an easy dragon if Wukong gets here in time. Because it's still gonna be...
We might see Zedius dying right now. Okay, that was a nice knockback.
That ult.
But Highness flashes in.
Outplays coming in from the blue team.
Okay,
and
that was a nice
getting
try.
that out. And we see a nice charm coming in from Ari. And we see a nice team fight, but I guess it was a good try by Zabardast. But ज़्यादा कुछ कर नहीं पाए वो लोग. And Leona trying to E into nowhere.
अभी गेम में कुछ होते हुए
कुछ तो हुआ था. आरी आई थी टॉप मिड लेन से, सबको मार के चली गई और खुद भी मर के गई. खुद भी मर के गई. Yeah, but Ari did a great job landing her charms in those team fights. Even though Colossus came in a bit too early, I guess. I guess he did not come a bit too early. It was the red team did not follow him up when he teleported. Like the red team, ADC and the support were like really behind. Like they were almost near the turret. Yeah, they were almost near the turret, and they somehow, I don't know how they won that team fight though.
Yeah, because then they had the numbers advantage when Ari came by. So it was like a 4v3.
So that 4v3 then turning into a 2v1. Pure team fights.
But it's not so bad for the blue team because Jace and Corki will scale up into the late game, whatever happens.
Yeah.
And see at top lane that Colossus going in.
And I think probably Lysandra is gonna go down. Colossus doing his pro plays. Colossus trying to flash out of it. And he's gonna probably live by, but he's... Oh, that disrespect coming in from Colossus. Oh my god. Showing up his dance moves. And we probably see Zedias gonna go down.
That
And
was a good.
Ari getting that kill. That good skills showed by tons of damage. Colossus top lane में style मारते हैं and we probably see a nice engage, but that disengage coming in from Nami, a good bubble onto Leona, and Ezreal
And
doing
the
a lot
ult.
of damage. That ult in the gap, the
And
nice ult
destroy.
coming
Corki
in.
goes in.
Corki goes in, but Nami gets her bubble on time. And Ezreal doing a nice job, missing his ultimates. That's really really good. क्या बताएं हम?
अपने
क्या
अल्टीमेट के साथ गोल मार दिए.
ओपी अल्टीमेट था यार, मतलब क्या गोल था वो. आई मीन रोनाल्डिनो.
So we see
हाँ.
the blue team making minor mistakes which are costing them the early game.
Yeah, we see the mid turret going down for the blue team, so that's gonna be bad because the red team are way ahead on the CS right. I mean the gold lead right now. Colossus meanwhile doing a lot of damage to that Lysandra. I guess I'm not
Yeah.
pretty sure. Lysandra was very confident with that pick because she knew that Colossus is gonna go top with that Malphite. So she should have.
And Colossus.
Oh, can we?
is
Colossus going
Lysandra.
all in on that Lysandra and easily getting the kill. भाई कोलोसस तो आज ओपी खेल रहा है.
लगता है गिफ्ट मांगना पड़ेगा.
We need RP gift from Colossus, and that Ahri trying to auto attack, and that nice charm coming in from
Yeah.
Ahri, but she lives, but she dies.
But the greed kills her.
Yeah, she tried, but it wasn't that successful. And we see those minor mistakes by those blue teams are now actually costing them a lot, even though they were like pretty confident in the early games. But who knows,
Yeah.
late game Corki is gonna scale, that Jayesh bhai is gonna scale, so कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Yeah,
Scale
as I talked about, it's how good they can disengage and how good they can engage. That's how it would depend.
यार वो डिसएंगेज अच्छा था यार. लियोना ने अल्ट किया, नामी ने अल्ट किया, सब अल्ट कर रहे जा रहे हैं मजे से. So let's head over to the CS quickly, and we see Corki and Ezreal doing a great job being equally at the CS, but Ezreal having those 3 kills and Corki dying twice and just 1 kill, so we obviously have a higher gold lead for Ezreal.
We see
Meanwhile,
Lysandra still doing well with the CS.
yeah, Lysandra doing well with the CS, but she's still behind the goal lead against that Malphite because Malphite has got the
Yeah.
skills.
Like
And we
that's
see a
almost a
gank.
1k gold lead.
Yeah. And we see Ezreal dealing a hell lot of damage. And we see a teleport coming in by a blue team. And Ezreal getting that kill. We see Ezreal getting a double kill. Probably flashing, Nami flashing over to that, missing her bubble. And we might see a Zabardast going down here. And
That was a
Ezreal
very
being
good ult.
stuck. And Nami is probably stuck there. She's gonna die. ये नामी ने क्या किया नामी ने फ्लैश करके वहाँ पे. And we see a nice ult coming in. We see Jace probably gonna go down, and that's an easy ace. Okay, not an ace. But वो नामी ने क्या किया उस नामी ने. फ्लैश इन करके योलो तो किया, बट योलो के बाद कुछ नहीं किया. और I guess they're going for the dragon. But the red team is gonna, the blue team is gonna hurry up. They've warded.
Yeah, but they might be able to
And-
take it before they come.
Yeah, that's an easy second dragon.
So we already see a 7k gold lead by 16 minutes.
Oh, and that Q and charm missing by Ari. बहुत बढ़िया खेलते हुए आरी
Hmm.
अपने चार्म्स इतनी सारी जगह मिस करी है, बट एक बात है, जब जरूरत थी तब मिस नहीं किया. So right now nothing's much happening. We probably okay that E missing by a few millimeters, I should say. Yeah, this reminds me of that hook, thresh hook.
The typically will always be reminded of. So as he goes through our builds, we see Colossus going with the Abyssal Spectre and the Sorcerer's Shoes.
Yeah, so probably we're gonna see him go a full AD build, AP build, like a AP tank build, I should say. He's probably gonna
Yeah.
go for an Athens right now, I guess. With that Chalice of Harmony, or he's just gonna keep that Chalice, I guess.
Yeah, means that a very nice pick against Lissandra, the build.
And Lissandra going for a Rod of Ages. I mean, she just have that much in her items right now. She's trying to go tanky, but it's not helping against that Malphite though. Meanwhile, in the jungle, we see J4 going the pretty common Chilling Smite, and we see Lissandra missing her stun, and we see Wukong being unstoppable. तो क्या लगता है क्या होने वाला है ये गेम में?
This game might be hard for the blue team.
Yeah, we need to see a comeback coming in from the blue
Yeah.
team. You know, when they're going for the Baron, probably they need to get a dragon as soon as possible. We see
I mean,
the
we see a
junglers.
1 BF or advantage on Ezreal over Corki.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of damage. Probably Ezreal is gonna caught out, but we see Ari coming in at the right time. Corki using his trinket, the blue orb, and safely getting out of there. हाँ, तो अब क्या हो रहा है गेम में? कुछ खास हो नहीं रहा है. क्या लगता है कोलोसस क्या करेगा अभी? मतलब टीम फाइट में वो वैसे भी जीत रहा है. 307 है, वुकोंग 503 है, आरी अपने चार्म्स मिस करे जा रही है. 336 है, एजरियल 604 है. तो दे हैवंट डाइड दैट मच राइट नाउ, एंड आरी probably gonna get the blue. Yeah, no one trying to steal the blue from the red team.
बहुत चालाकी से खेल रहे हैं अभी रेड टीम तो.
चालाकी से. And meanwhile in the middle lane, Jay is trying to and poke as much as possible. And a lot of damage coming in by Ezreal.
When you see the Ezreal keying in like that, you know that the team is quite behind.
Yeah, because if Ezreal gets caught out, he's no way to get out of there if he uses his E to get in. Except his flash, obviously. और लगता है कुछ मजेदार होने वाला है अभी. क्या कुछ मजेदार होगा?
We might see a big team fight coming in.
A team
I
fight.
mean, this is a chance for the blue team to come back into the game if they can.
कोलोसस एकदम ठेठ में आगे जाते हुए, क्यू खाते हुए जेस का. अपने आप को ज्यादा प्रो समझ रहे हैं अभी कोलोसस एकदम लिजेंड्रा के बाजू में. कोलोसस शायद अल्ट करने का सोच रहा है, बट नहीं, वो वार्ड उतारने में ज्यादा बिजी थे, जो वार्ड भी नहीं उतार पाया वो. और आरी मिसिंग हर चार्म अगेन, बट गेटिंग हर क्यू. And Wukong eing into it. लाइक कुछ करो यार, तुम लोग क्या टाइम पास कर रहे हो यार। एक
टॉप और
जगह पे
बॉटम को तो मिनियंस को ही छोड़ दिया है।
वही टॉप और बॉटम विनियंस, दे आर मोर टुवर्ड्स विनियंस आई गेस। लाइक मिड लेन में घूम रहे हो, कुछ तो करो यार। नहीं, हम घूमेंगे, हम जेस का पोक खाएंगे बस, और कुछ नहीं करेंगे हम।
Hmm.
I guess the red team are waiting for the right moment to get in. They are waiting for someone to like overextend a bit from that turret,
Oh,
and
make a
because that turret is on full health. Meanwhile, we probably gonna see the red team take a dragon because the jungler and the top lane are on the top lane, and this is gonna be a third easy dragon for the red team, I guess.
A small mistake from the red team can change the game right now.
And we see Ari going all in over that Jabardast flashing out, and Ari still
And Ari
going
still
into
lives
it.
somehow.
Ari
A
is
good
like
ult
wants to go all
good
YOLO.
ult by Colossus.
A very good ult coming in by Colossus, and Colossus and that nice bubble coming in.
Yeah.
That bubble from Nami was exceptionally good. And we see Ezreal trying to chase that Lysandra, and he gets that kill and ace. That Ari going all YOLO and
Yeah.
on J4. Okay, so we might probably see them taking 2 turrets, but we see J4 coming up, so he'll defend the middle turret, I guess. And they're gonna go for the dragon, easy dragon for the red team and those kills. And they're already 11k ahead in the gold lead. So the blue team needs to do something to get back into this game. They need to change their strategies.
Yeah. They need to think of a
And-
new strategy, I think.
Yeah, and then that J4 got caught out, and so they need to make sure they don't get caught out so easily. Because the red team
Yeah.
was actually waiting for that moment that someone gets caught out and they get into that team fight after that.
Yeah, by the blue trinket and all. So they can check from far out.
Yeah, indeed. So Corki and Ezreal having equal CS, but Ezreal way ahead on the gold because of the number of kills he's been having. He's 805. And we have Colossus going 509, and we have Wukong going 604. So no deaths coming in from these three people. So the
So
red team
Colossus is
is,
sitting on 2000 gold right now. He's gonna buy a lot when he backs right now.
yeah, when he backs, I don't know why didn't he back out and buy something until now. And Nami getting caught out, but this could turn out into a bait. Nami missing her bubble, and meanwhile Wukong dealing some damage and using his Nimbus Strike to get
You see
out
the
of that.
pings coming from the red team.
And meanwhile Colossus being there, going all YOLO, and Colossus is gonna take the red buff, I guess. I mean the blue buff. No, it's Ari.
Yeah,
Ari.
he's not-
Okay, Colossus
He's not
steals
gonna
that
give the
red
blue buff
buff.
to anyone.
Sorry, the blue buff. He steals the blue buff. Colossus not being a good guy. Colossus बोल रहा होगा अभी, हट मैं नहीं
Okay.
लेने वाला blue buff.
We see Nami overextending there. Zadia's killed her.
Meanwhile, the blue team is probably gonna try and initiate a team fight right now because the red team does not have a bit of a CC right now with the Nami bubble and the Nami knock-up. So, but Ezreal doing a lot of damage with his Q. We see Ezreal ulting and
That was
Lysandra,
a good bait from Lysandra. Good ult.
and probably we see, I am not really sure what's gonna happen, but a lot of damage coming in from the red team and a double kill coming in from Wukong. He goes down, and Ari doing a lot of damage, and we see IML IMZ going legendary with 9 kills. He positioned himself
Yeah.
like really well in that team fight, and that's what secured them a kill.
Yeah, that was a
we
very
s-
good team fight on the blue side, but right now they are so far behind that whatever they do is gonna take
Yeah,
Just the
even in that
one.
4v5 team fight, they lost the team fight.
Yeah.
So nothing much happening in this game at the moment. We head over to the
Just Nami
CS
farming the
quickly.
mid lane.
Yeah, Nami wants the farm. She's like, screw this. I want the farm. I'll carry the game. You
Takes the
noobs.
poke from Jace though.
Yeah. And Ari trying to charm and Q that blue buff, but blue buff still living. Meanwhile, we see in the middle lane, Jace not able to get that poke, but Ezreal still trying to get his pokes on time.
So what do you think the blue team needs to do right now to get back into the game?
I personally am not really sure what the blue team can do. I think they need to they need to catch those people out when they are all alone. That's what they can do. Like catch someone out, catch at least two members of the red team out, get the kill,
Trying to
and
do it
then
on
if
Colossus right now.
yeah, they probably it's really difficult
Yeah,
for
they will
them to
kill
get that
Colossus.
Colossus, but it's gonna be a nice shutdown and the kill going on to Jace, noob Colossus.
Overextending and
Colossus की
stuff.
मार ली I should say.
वॉट्स तो कोई खरीदता ही नहीं है.
हाँ वॉर्ड्स तो खरीदने ही नहीं है कोलोसस को. And Colossus ki Marley code coming in from Chipkali. He especially told me to use that in the cast. And we probably see Leona taking a lot of damage. And Lysandra coming in. And we see Ari using her ult and getting out. Ari
We
going
see
in
tons of
again.
damage
And we
overextending there.
yeah, and Ari doing a lot of trying to make a lot of plays, but we see Lysandra going down. A really nice positioning done by IM and IMZ.
But he
And
still goes down, and I think that might be game there.
and this probably would be a GG. They are not gonna okay. They are going for the middle inhibitor right now. This could indeed turn out to be GG or not. Okay, they aren't going for a GG. Ipo Bear being too low, taking a lot of turret damage. She thought that she could get that turret. Yeah, she thought she could get that turret with her heals, but not pretty successful at it. Meanwhile, the dragon is up. Are they gonna go for the dragon?
Yeah,
I guess they should. Ezreal can
this
take the
game's
dragon
like-
all alone.
this game's like almost over, I guess. It's very hard to come back from a 20k lead, or sorry, 14k lead.
So, what do you think? What should the blue team do to probably get into the game right now?
I can't. There's a very few chance, a very small chance that they might be able to come back. They just need to farm up the jungle, and which it depends more on the red team to make mistakes than the blue team to do better.
Yeah, the only chance I guess they have is if the blue team makes any mistake, and I guess that's not gonna happen. And the blue team should not make any mistakes anymore.
And
Meanwhile,
we see Lysandra getting
Colossus
defeated right
going
there.
all in.
But
Colossus
Colossus
getting
might die
ulted.
here.
Colossus taking in a lot of damage. No one helping him. He's like Colossus मर जा. तेरी जरूरत नहीं है हमें.
अल्ट मार दिया बहुत है.
भाई तूने अल्ट मारा, लिसांड्रा पे किल दिया, काफी है. अरे मैं तेरी मदद नहीं करने वाला फिर. कोलोसस चिल्ला रहा होगा, तुम लोग आते क्यों नहीं हो? बचाते क्यों नहीं हो मेरे को?
अब मैं फीड करूंगा.
अब मैं फीड करूंगा. मेरे को ब्लू बफ नहीं दिया. अब मैं फीड करूंगा. So we see the turret is at really low health. The red team can probably turret dive this, but they don't
see
have the
Acid doing a
tank.
lot of damage.
Yeah, and probably Wukong's gonna go down. Wukong flashes ults them, and we see the turret going down.
But the
There-
exhaust on Nami though.
Yeah, the exhaust coming in on Nami was so good, and Nami tanking that turret, but uses her okay, what does she use? Okay, she uses a Mikhail on herself, and this might probably be a GG if they keep pushing the lane,
Yeah.
because Colossus is up, and that's an easy turret, and Lissandra is gonna try and defend,
Oh,
but
good bubble.
a good bubble coming in from Nami, and Ace coming in from the red team, and this is a GG for the red. Okay, we probably see them trying to still defend, and
Yeah.
they are doing a great job at defending, but IMZ finishing the game.
That
So
was a good
that's a
game.
nice GG, and Colossus dancing his way to victory. Even Leona's dancing, nice.